Buongiorno. I'm here in Sicily looking over the beautiful city of Palermo, and I'm here to review the greatest film in the history of cinema. That's right, The Godfather Part 3. It's the best one, you dickhead. Part 3 has got a kind of bum reputation, and it's justified. It's not the best. I mean, but how could it compete?
I don't know. It's not the best, is it?
No.
The problem with it is it's not subtle enough.
No.
Everything's telegraphed. There's that bit where he's walking Dom Tomasino in his wheelchair, and he says, "Politics is just like crime." And it's like, surely that's supposed to be the theme of all the films.
Mm.
You don't have to say it in like 5 words.
It's pretty much.
Firing his gun?
Yeah.
That's going to be a pretty memorable New Year. What do you think, Rolly? Kind of like that New Year that Michael Corleone had, you know, when he found out his brother Fredo had been cheating around, whatever, you know?
You broke my heart, Fredo! I know it's you broke my heart!
That very same. But, you know, which is just as good as that memorable moment from Godfather III where
most of the sequences, I have a feeling he must have sat in the edit suite going, "Oh yeah, this is like the first one." And it's rubbish.
Yeah, like you particularly like that bit where in the opera, when that woman's widowed, she pulls her thing over her head,
God.
and at the end,
Connie
when Connie's like, oh, it's like, and she does it so slowly as if to say, "Hello everyone, this is a metaphor for what's gone before."
So what do you think's better?
Talia Shire's performance is really good and just adds a lot more to the character.
She goes from someone in the first film who's just naive and doesn't understand what's going on, and her husband's beating her up and like tricking her and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's like the baby of the family.
Yeah.
Then in the second film, at the beginning of the second film, she's like sleeping around and being a bit more
Yeah, she is.
of a
isn't
slag
she?
bag.
Yeah.
And in the third film, she's this sort of Lady Macbeth type character, and she's pulling all the strings behind the family, and when he's sick, she's ordering Vincent to go and pop Joey Zaza in the face.
What a name.
And then at the end of the third film, she's assassinating someone herself.
Yeah.
With a cannolo.
I know.
I'm going to try it. That's really good.
Is it?
Really nice. Leave the gun. Don't forget the cannoli. What do you think of your cannolo, Hannah?
I'm not actually a big fan.
Racist. This is a Sicilian orange tree. And this right here, this is Sicilian orange. They all are. If you remember correctly, there was an orange in Godfather Part 2. But that was an orange from Miami. What was the significance of that orange? Was it a symbol of America's growing position as a global superpower in the ever-expanding globe? You decide. It's not for me to say.
I like the biscuit.
Yeah?
I just don't like the ricotta filling.
Why not? Because it's white. Racist. Al Pacino's performance, there's just an extra thing to it. Like he's gone full circle almost. He's gone from being the innocent, wide-eyed college boy to this dangerous Don.
In the second film, he's just the kind of bad guy who doesn't really have any transformation, so even though the second film's good, he's not necessarily a fascinating character, whereas in the third film, he's looking more for like taking his family out of the crime world, and he's like softened and mellowed, and he's like just how you'd expect. He's an older guy, he's aged, he's less sort of hungry for power.
Having said that, it is mostly shit. Part of the problem was Sofia Coppola's performance. She's like a giant plank of cedar.
What did you think of Sofia Coppola's acting?
Not very good.
Wasn't really acting, was it?
She's the worst fucking actress in the history of the world.
Daddy, why don't you let me see Vincent?
Why did he cast her?
I am gonna cast my daughter. You can all fuck off. She is shit, but...
She's so shit. She's not even acting, she's just reciting her lines. Ugh.
We're just gonna give her a role in this. She is shit. I've got mafia connections. Cheers. One of the big changes in the third film is they get Andy Garcia in it, you know,
That man from Casino.
He's not in Casino. He's in...
Goodfellas.
No, he's not. That's Ray Liotta. Andy Garcia's the one from Ocean's 11.
That's the man.
Yeah, he's done loads apart from that, hasn't he? He's been in loads of films.
Andy Garcia is crap.
Oh, he's so rubbish. When he makes him the new Godfather at the end, and you're just like...
He just goes...
He's just a chinless douchecock who you just can't imagine in any way to be running that family.
Yeah.
I think the problem with him, though, is he's just a massive Italian stereotype with his big leather jacket, and he's always like, hey, Joe that gives me any... He's my sugar nuts.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not Italian, that's Jewish.
And then those three guys come in at the end to kiss his hand, and you're like, okay, who are these three guys? We've never actually seen any of these guys. In the first film, it's like Michael Corleone's hands getting kissed by Clemenza and Tessio and all these like really important people. And then Andy Garcia's getting his hands kissed by like Joe the janitor.
Yeah, he's just a bit of a massive cliche, and the thing is, he's supposed to be James Caan's character in the new film.
Yeah, and he's nowhere near.
But he's just an absolute toss bag. Shit, we're gonna get a cat popped in our ass.
I mean, Robert Duvall wasn't in the third film because he decided he'd rather make Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise. I think he's the only one of them who had the right idea about what to do when he was handed the script.
Can we talk about the killing at the end? So with the big killing scene, like we said, it takes so much longer. It's not as tense or as exciting.
But when you say the killing scene, you mean the scene where all the enemies of the family are wiped out?
Yeah.
At the end of the first film.
It's done really well, and this isn't.
In this one, they even have Andy Garcia narrating over the top of it, saying, Alneri, you go and kill the guy in the church.
Yeah.
This other guy, you can go and kill this other person who hasn't even posed a threat.
But the climax of the trilogy happened right here, on the steps of the Teatro Massimo, here in Palermo. It was here, on this very atom of silicon, that Sofia Coppola got a cap busted directly in her ass by, who did it anyway? Who shot her? We haven't seen the end of the film for a long time. But, and it's quite forgettable. Frankly, it can't compete with those iconic scenes in the first film, where Marlon Brando gets shot in front of his son when he's buying those oranges, or later on in the first film, where James Caan gets riddled with machine gun bullets, or even in the second film when Robert De Niro shoots Don Fanucci through a homemade silencer. Those scenes are iconic, and the scene that was filmed right here on these steps was a pile of steaming jizz. Shut up.
Alright, so we wanted to give you a giveaway and all that, but because everyone's got a copy of The Godfather on DVD, I mean, who hasn't? If you haven't, you're a dick. We haven't. We haven't. I'm going to give one lucky viewer this Il Padrino t-shirt that we got in Sicily. If you want this, you've got to answer a simple question. The question is, do you want this? Simple. Just write in the comment that you want it or whatever, or just write a comment, and I'm going to pick a comment at random, and then I will throw this t-shirt down the barrel of the Benz. There's a fire down there. Shit. So let me know if you want the t-shirt before. No, I'm not going to do it for a whole month. I'm just, before I make the next video, so before next week. Just in the next couple of days, say you want the t-shirt, and I'll choose you at random, and then I'll PM you or whatever, and you can send me your address. It's simple, you know how it works. Yeah? It's an adequate size for a large gentleman. The ladies love it, so you have no problems. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. Yeah? €6, so I'm not cheap.
Arrivederci.
Yeah, that took ages to make that video, and it cost me about £100,000. So, next week I'm going to cobble together a little piece of bullshit one-take review, and if you don't like that, you kiss my dick, motherfucker! I'm going to put that in. How long were you pulling that face?
Quite a while.